main challenge is now to broaden our network, to work together also with other organizations involved in the interfacing between science and society. At this moment we're on the same wavelength, whereas 20 years ago I would not have been on the same wavelength as these people.
I got started with this many years ago in the 70s when, in a context working in Tanzania, working in a country where they were talking about building a kind of a new Tanzania based on the experience and the lives and the needs and the issues of Tanzanians themselves. We said, well, this is some kind of new paradigm, so we're going to call it, we don't know what to call it, but it has something to do with participation. So the only thing we could think of, we just call it participatory research. They said, why don't you see, there seems to be a lot of people at UVic interested in community research. And what we do is three things. One is we facilitate action-oriented research partnerships with community groups. We support our students and our academic staff who are doing this kind of work. We give them visibility. We provide them with support. And we're involved in networking. We're building a network, a regional network, very much like the Belgian or the Wales network that Kim and Eel have, called the Vancouver Island Community Research Alliance.
We need to start where people are, and this is a community. Can you tell us something about society changing and a way we have to meet up with their needs on a local and international level?
Every single time that I don't know about you, every time I engage with communities, it's different. And I have to reinvent myself. So on one hand, there's this incredible, the commonality of the cause, the notion, the link between learning, knowledge, and action, which is such a powerful thing. That is bringing us together, and that's whether we're doing that at the local level or we're trying to make alliances at a national level or even at a global level. My awareness or my sensitivity to the importance of place, and that where we are working and living, how important that is, and the importance of bringing that community into our workplaces and breaking those walls. I don't mean just metaphorically, but I think also that the degree to which we will be able to move this stuff forward at a local or international level is also to the degree to which we keep a certain movement orientation, a social movement orientation. We can do that. We do that by associating ourselves with the big issues, in our communities and the day. So just to have a movement of process orientation isn't enough. We've got to we won't achieve the policy objectives we have unless we are seen to be connected with those critical issues that are affecting the lives of daily people.
The theme might be important, the issue might be important, but often the quality of the relationship that is developed and the trust and needs built up, and that's why I was interested in your projects around homelessness, which over a period of years, rather than piecemeal short pieces, that we engage quickly and disengage with communities.
The quality of relationships is absolutely important. Sustainability is the key factor. Sustainable social relationships, sustainable policies within the community, sustainable funding so that we can actually do the work. I mean, the private sector would never ever enter into some of the projects that we do based on the funding streams and the constrictions that we have. I think the private sector would learn a lot from kind of short-term emergency firefighting management that a lot of science shops and NGOs work at. And I think, actually, despite those things, we do really good vital work.
You will have the chance to search for different schemes of funding. The easy or the seemingly easy money from governments, and the hard money coming from people, but with much more bliss and with much more soul. If one pays $1, he contributes by his emotions. So this hard money must be even better than the easy money from the government.
This research or the projects that the science shop are involved in are like a luxury to them sometimes. And to use that time and space for the researchers and for the academics to bring, they have the freedom to think a bit more outside and to help that organisation broaden their perspective. So it's a two-way process. We can bring the people, we can bring access to the community, access to very vulnerable groups who you don't easily get access to for learning, for key learning for the research projects. But we can also benefit.
I think we need to be more explicit about our values and the way in which we articulate our values, and we can still be demand-driven because it's the community that's helping set the agenda, but we can be pretty clear, or we should be clear, about the realm of projects or the nature of projects that we are willing to handle.